Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. So I have my big drink. I have a great big bottle of water. If I can drink this by the end of our class, I am going strong for the day of my water consumption. Then I've got a good head start on my water. A couple of things to talk about. If you're brand new here, please follow and like Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then be sure to ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott. That is the place where we have lots of people post their work. That's where we have often more private conversations, and sometimes I just pop in and put a little freebie of art in there. So be sure to join that Facebook group, and then know that all of my artsy classes and my art printables are available on AnnCorbiereScottDesigns.com. That is also where you'll find my Ann's Artsy Arsenal list, and that's all of the supplies that I have tried and love. And so be sure to check that out, because that's a good morning, Keels. That's a good resource to have, just to just kind of start to grow your arsenal, your own personal artsy arsenal. I was gonna do some card assembly this morning from the other day's painting, but I didn't have any cardstock, and so I ordered cardstock, but I ordered it too late for it to be here today. So we will do that next Tuesday, during next Tuesday's art pop and paint party. I did want to talk about that I did post the January calendar on in my Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group, and in the I tried to put it in the other groups too, just so you are aware of what's kind of happening and coming down the pike. So I tried to do each thing in a different color so that it's easily, you can see it easily. I did want to also talk about Saturday. So Saturday we're going to have a impromptu class. We're going to do a vision board, because Saturday is National Vision Board Day. And so I think I've told you that I've taken so many classes on vision boards and I just never follow through. But I thought, if I tell you guys I'm making one and I'm going to do a little gathering, then I have to do it, right? So let's meet Saturday at 9, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll almost always meet at 9. So we'll be 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Let's meet for an hour or so and make a vision board for 2022. How cool would that be? So you'll need a base of some sort. You'll need a piece of foam core or a canvas board, or it could be a piece of cardboard. It could be the cardboard from a cereal box. It could be whatever you wish it to be. I think I'm going to do mine just on a piece of oversized cardboard, like maybe like a 12 by 12 piece of cardboard. I save cardboard. Jeff says if our homeowners knew how much cardboard I have in this house, they would probably up our rates or something. You could do it in your art journal. The reason that I'm not doing mine in my art journal is so that I can see it, because I do have goals, and that's another thing we need to talk about. So once you have your base, and then just gather a bunch of old magazines or newspapers, or, you know, whatever resources you have, you know, things that come in the mail, whatever. I'm going to work with some of my art papers. I think that might be kind of fun. And then scissors and a glue stick. I mean, pretty simple, right? But you're going to have to do some homework before Saturday. So what you're going to need to gather are your goals. So I've started to write my goals down. If you have one little word, that's a good thing to, that's a cool thing to just look for in magazines. Look for that word written out, and then you can just cut that out. You can cut it out many times if you wish, or you can cut out pictures that depict your dream, pictures that your dreams or your goals, and they don't all have to be like completely attainable. It could be your wildest dreams, right? It could be I don't know, whatever you choose it. So I'm going to do my business vision board on Saturday, like where I see my art. Well, not my business as much as, what do I want to say? Like, where do I see myself artistically growing? Where do I want to grow? But also business, because, you know, my word is plan. And so I want to be a better planner. And so that's kind of something to think about for Saturday's little impromptu class. And then just make sure that you check out the calendar for other things that are coming down the pike, like pop and paint parties. We're going to be doing different things we're not just going to be focusing on card making this year. We're going to be including art journaling like today, and artist studies. So like our Let's Get Artsy Together Apart artist study series, we're going to incorporate that into our pop and paint parties. And then also my Unity stamps, we're going to be playing with those during pop and paint parties too. I needed it to be fresh and new. At the beginning of the year, I'm all about changing it up and making it something new. You might go to my website and check out, I have some new classes listed there. I have Art Alchemy, which is next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, the following Saturday, the 15th. That is like another level of art journaling and artsy, whatever we choose. Hi, Liesel. And then Together We Letter on the 23rd. That's where it's our next level of hand lettering. We're taking everything we've learned in hand lettering, and then we're going to apply it to practical applications. So anyway, let's get started in our art journal. So your art journal for this year is going to be a composition book. And so we're going to just start playing in here. This is what I think. If you're doing it in a composition book, you're not going to be so precious about every page being a work of art. Art journals aren't supposed to be that. Art journals are supposed to be a place where you work things out, where you work out ideas, where you work out a concept that you've seen and you want to play with. So that's what we're going to do. So I have some pages that I've already done in this technique. So I have this giant bin of old markers. Seriously. Look, so I've already gone through this thing of old markers and thrown away the ones that are, there's no color left in them. I just spent a day, and that's not including all the markers that I want to use today. So I'm sure you have some kind of old markers or, well, just old markers. Everybody has them. Or you could use something inexpensive like some Crayolas, or just don't use your high-end markers for this technique because we're going to be covering most of it up. So some of the pages in here, I've already done some marker scribble, and some I have applied some watercolor ground just because I was kind of feeling it one day. So these all have watercolor ground. The markers are going to bleed. So what? It's okay. Remember, it's just a composition book, right? And we're not going to be too precious about our supplies this time. So this is kind of where we're going. So this was this, right? So this, I took a class from Alyssa Burke, and we did something similar to this. And so I started to think about, you know, how much I love flowers. And so I started to think about, so I wanted to do this so I could kind of get it out of my system. And then once I do something just like somebody else, then I know I can take that technique and I can make it my own. I have a green page in here. I have, look at this, greens and blues, pretty, pretty, pretty. But now let's, oh, and there's one that was like pinks and purples, which was kind of dark. And then I put this color that is a purple, but look how light it is. But remember, it's not going to matter because we're going to draw on top of all of this stuff. So, and there's some more watercolor ground pages. So I'm just going to pick a page. And remember, it doesn't have to be in order. It doesn't have to be, it can be whatever you want it to be, right? So, we're going to pick a page, and then this one in particular, I wanted to do in all pinks and oranges. So these are, whoops, 2 Sharpies in there. These are all pinks and oranges that were in my bin. So, and they don't have to coordinate. They don't have to, nothing. You just want to grab a bunch of markers. And look at this gem I found. This is from art school. I graduated art school in 1988. So let's see if this still works. Shut up, it totally does. So you're just going to fill your page with scribbles. You're just filling the page with color, right? And it doesn't have to be solid. It can have some white showing through too. That's kind of fun. Or it can be as solid as you wish, but we're just going to fill the page. So I want this art journaling class to just be something fun that we just, I told you, this is how I work out a lot of feelings, how I process some things by just adding color, just playing with color. So is everybody coloring along with me? Is everybody scribbling along with me? I hope, I hope, I hope. Hey, Aunt Mer. Let's see. Let's start adding some orange. So these are some Stampin' Up! Markers that I have. Ooh, look at those. They're still nice. And these are, oh my gosh, at least 25 years old. So just know that if you keep your markers in a airtight container, and this is just the one that I had was just like a Rubbermaid, and it wasn't, I don't even know if it was really Rubbermaid. It was Walmart. Nope, it's Sterilite. And store them on their side. They will last. I mean, some of them did not, but you know, I have some Marvies that are like 400 years old. See, these are drying out. And that's not to say anything about the marker. It's just, you know, I kept them. They're old. But this is a good way to use up that color. Right? So there's still some color left in this one, so I will keep it, and I will keep coloring it and coloring with it until there's no color left. Let's see, what do we want to do next? What's this, Marvy? Ooh, look at that bright pink. That's pretty. There we go. And it doesn't matter like if it's a weird shape, because remember we're going to be drawing on top of it. Hi, Wendy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't love this color, but kind of already committed. But remember, it doesn't matter because we're going to be covering it all up. So how is everyone doing? Has everyone covered their page? Are you still working on that part? Let me know where everybody kind of is. I'm going to take a drink. Okay, so now you can do a couple of different things. So I was thinking I might do something with my one little word, because my one little word is small. It's plan. So I like to do things throughout the year that keep that word alive in my head. Do you know what I'm saying? Or we can do our initial. So let's, I'm going to do my word. Or you can draw flowers like I did, or leaves, or whatever, a heart, whatever you want to draw on this. It is up to your discretion. So I'm going to do the word plan, but I'm going to do it in kind of bubble letters so that some of it shows through. So I'm taking my Sharpie and just doing bubble letters of my one little word. Remember my my one little word is plan. And remember, this does not have to be perfect. Believe me, there's going to be so many other things going on that you're not going to notice if things are even or not or whatever. Okay, so plan. I wrote it kind of funky, but you could do, like I said, whatever you want. Now you need to fill the whole background in. So you're going to fill the background in with other things. So you could do flowers. So like easy kind of 70s daisies. You could do hearts. You could do a combination of all of those things, right? So I'm going to do a flower right there, coming off of my letter N. We're just going to fill the space. That's kind of the goal. So this one's going to be tucked behind part of the N, this petal. So we're going to just be cognizant of that, you're drawing around something, right? I love that. Let's see, what else? Let's do some more flowers. Then we could do one there. I mean, you could just do yours like the one I did here, where I just drew flowers and flowers and flowers and flowers, right? You could just fill your whole page with flowers. You don't have to have a word. You don't have to have a letter. You could, whatever you want it to be, right? Let's see. And these don't have to be perfect flowers. These will not be perfect flowers. They're just, remember, we're just playing this morning. I don't want anybody to get too hung up on my flowers aren't perfect, or, you know. We're just filling the space. And here's the thing. Sometimes when maybe I just have 15 minutes. Maybe I just have 15 minutes to play. I can do just the scribbly part and then just leave it like I left these other pages. Whoops, where are they? Leave them for another day, right? But I've started this part. Just know that in art journaling, you do not need to go from start to finish in one session. I hardly ever do, unless I'm teaching a class. I hardly ever finish the whole thing in one fell swoop. I almost always have things in some kind of started place. Sorry, put some lip balm on because I'm blabbing a lot, right? So just know that you could just do the scribbly part. You could, then another day, you could just do the drawing out part. Then another day, you could do the next step. And then another day, you could do the next step. So and art journaling, you can always go back and add something. So like this piece, I love the way my marker seeped through. Can I tell you how much I'm loving this? Do you see how the greens and pinks in this pull through with the white gel pen? I love that. So because of that, I'm like, oh, you know what else I could do? So most of these I filled in with my black fine line markers. I did my detail-y work. Some of them I used white, and I love that because that color just seeped through. But look, I could do like this. I could fill in the center of this flower with a bunch of circles, and that's going to make that pop in a whole different way. Hi, Mary Jo, right? And I love that the color shines through like that, right? So I could do that, And then once that's dry, I could come back in and add some black details. Or I could color this whole center black, right? And then I know I need to let that sit. So let's do that. Let's color in some of the centers. Not all of them, just some of them. But do you see how that's like just adding like another whole something? Right? I love that. Okay, let's go back to the other page. And I do that a lot too. I go back and forth and back and forth. Find my page. There we go. Okay, so just keep filling. So is everyone still kind of just working on that? If you're joining late, you can absolutely watch this from the beginning. You can have them coming down from the top. You can, I love when artwork goes over the edge. I love that. Like, it just makes me so happy. So we could have it the opposite on this one, right? We could have it coming out from the end. Hi, Ann Maybe. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I sure think of you often and always fondly, of course. Let's see. How are you and yours? So good, I hope. So even my Sharpie is not super saturated with color, but that doesn't matter, right? This is the best way to use up old pens. I'm telling you. Let's have that have big petals. Loving that. Let's have a flower here. And it takes a while to fill your space. Right? Could do one right here. How cute would that be? And when you feel like you've filled everything as much as you can, which I don't feel like I'm there yet, I kind of like to do as many nooks and crannies as I can, right? So let's do one here. I want it really flowery. You want it to be super filled in with flowers or whatever you're drawing, however you are filling your page. It could be paisleys, it could be stars, it could be, the sky is the limit. Whatever, whatever you choose. I thought today of all the days, because it's a day of remembrance, right? For those that we lost on January 6th. I just still, watching that was just horrifying. I thought we should do something cheerful today. Okay, so I think, well, maybe one more. Do I see any other spots that could have a flower? I don't think so. Okay, so now that I have filled my whole page with doodly drawings, now I'm going to take that Sharpie. I also have one of these Mongo Sharpies, these chisel tips that are really good for coloring in. It's just giant. You're going to color in all the places that aren't flower. So yep, I'm covering up all of that color. And we're creating a background. And the crazy thing that happens is that everything just starts to pop. Hey, Lenora, how are you? Lenora, I would love to get you art journaling. So you need to watch this from the beginning and get yourself a composition book. It's just a plain old composition book. And then we will just continue to, we'll fill the pages throughout the months. This is part of a new part of our pop-in paint party. So, and maybe if your grands like to art journal, I would love it if they just tuned in. They don't have to watch it live. Remember, we've talked about they're saved, so you can always just refer back to it. And I will just tell you, this is such a meditative practice. Just filling in. Remember, we're not in a rush. Art should never be a rush. We should always take our time. Just make sure that they like and follow me, Anne. And you absolutely can share my my videos with other friends, or you can ask other friends to watch with you, or just kind of let them know what we're doing. I would love it if the whole wide world made art. I think we'd be nicer. Good morning, Nanette. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, Nanette, you'll need to watch from the beginning so that you can get the whole skinny on this procedure that we're doing in our art journals. How am I doing on time? Do I still have a lot of time? I do. So the next day that we art journal will be, Keely, is it next Thursday, I believe, is the next day we art journal. So before next Thursday, you have some homework to do. Bye, Anne. I just adore you. Okay, so like I said, so before next Thursday, you have some homework to do. And it's super easy. I need you to paint the covers of both the back and the front of your composition book with black paint. With black acrylic paint. Or a solid color. It doesn't have to be black. I shouldn't say that. You can be whatever color you want. And then I am going to make a printable that will be some cover artwork for us. Right? So that's what we're going to work on next week, is our cover. And now we're just filling in. This takes a while, so just know that there we go. Do you see how everything is starting to really pop? I just love it. It's just magic. It's just magic. So we will just continue to color in all of the negative spots. And just watch it just appear. I love that part. Like, it's just so it's just like magic to me. And if you have someplace that's super small, you can absolutely take your little Sharpie and fill in the small parts. And remember, this is the Sharpie that's kind of dying anyway, so we want to use up all the ink. Because remember, I am a very thrifty girl. I don't like to waste. So I will use a pen until there's nothing. I will find a way. I will have it be a mark-making pen or whatever. Until there is no ink left. And like I said, if you take this class, and you know, I do offer a paid art journaling class, and that is, we're just going to take art journaling to the next level. So if you are interested, it is called Art Alchemy. But just know we're going to do things, we're going to be making art of all kinds of all different kinds of art. We're going to be making art with art. I've got so many things planned. So just that's a 3-month-long class. It's only $25 for all 3 months. So you have 3 months of artsy fun. Okay, let's turn. This one works great for the little spots, but this one looks better for the bigger areas. And it's okay if it's not completely solid. I kind of like when those little slivers of color pop through. That kind of makes me happy. Because, you know, I just love color. So I'm so curious, what colors did you choose for your scribble? just love pink and orange. My love affair with those two colors together. Ooh, blues and purples. Oh, kind of love those too. Let's do some work up here. Move these to the side. So like I said, this will take a while. How about you, Nancy? Blues and greens. Oh, pretty. And what are you filling your shape with? Your page with? Are you filling it with a word or a letter or flowers? Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything that's something, right? It could just be doodles. It could just be circles. It could be whatever you want it to be. That's the beauty, right? And that's the beauty of an art journal, that you can do it many times. Like I said, I've shown you, I have many of these pages already in my art journal, right? The scribbly markery part. So I can go back and do this many times. Because just because you played with a technique doesn't mean you can't play with that technique over and over and over. And the more you play with it like that, the more, I'm telling you, you will see growth in your art, because you'll be like, oh, you know what I could do this time? You know what I could do that time? I'm telling you, it's the greatest. Art is just the greatest. And there's something tangible about, creating in an art journal and complete. Oh, that's right. That is your word. Yes, I do remember that, Nancy. Oh, play. That's a great word, Keels. And it doesn't even have to be your one little word. It can just be a word that kind of speaks to you today, right? You could do whatever you want. Ooh, pink and brown ovals. Oh, pretty. The pink and brown are such a nice color combination, Aunt Mer. I love that. I love that. Items that kind of look like flowers. That's so funny, Nancy. Okay, everybody take a drink. So, one of the things I just thought about, one of the things that we're going to be working on in Art Alchemy is that we're going to do an artsy project, but then we're also going to make time during each session to create some art papers. So then we just grow and grow and grow our stable of artsy papers, right? And they will, and then we just find a, then there'll be uses for them, believe me. We will have, I know, Nanette, we have to, that's why my friend Carmen told me that I needed to tell everybody to drink water, that as women, we need to kind of take care of ourselves and each other, because we do forget to drink our water. And like everything feels better when you drink all your water, doesn't it? Your skin, your hair, everything. It's starting to look so cool. I just love it. I take art classes all the time. I just think that you can't stop growing, you know? And that there's always something you can learn from somebody, right? But I want everybody to make art. That's why I make my classes as affordably priced as I possibly can, because I wish the whole wide world would make more art. I really do. How are we doing on time, Kills? Okay, about 12 minutes. Is that right? And now I want to finish this 13 minutes. Thank you, Kills. I don't have to finish this part before I go on to the next part, but I just like that feeling. But I will start to do the other part so you can see where I go with this, and then I'll go back. So now I'm going to take one of my microns. This is a number 10, and I'm going to do some detailing work, right? I'm going to fill in some of my petals with some lines. And they don't have to be perfect or anything. They're just, you know, visually appealing. I don't ever want somebody to feel like it has to be a perfect flower or anything. There's so much else going on, believe me. No one's going to notice. And remember, it doesn't matter if somebody else notices, because this is, number one, this is your art journal. Number two, this is, remember, this is where we work out our feelings. This is where we work out techniques. This is where, you know, this is for play. I don't ever want people to feel like it has to be perfect or anything. I love this, where the scribbly is going this way. So look how cute that is. And these down here look kind of tie-dye. I'm digging that. So like I said, we're just going to start filling in some details. And remember, it doesn't, like I said, you can just find like one little area that you love, love, love. That's all right. But I promise you'll like the page when you're done, because of the journey that you took, right? All right, let's see. So I like to do just some of these little loop-de-loops sometimes. Let's do some more of those. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. And then you could do more. You could put a circle at the end of that, right? It can be whatever you want. It can be as doodly as you want it to be. Don't you? Isn't it crazy, Keely, how the flowers do pop? I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this one, let's do a loop, and let's do 2 little loops. That's kind of interesting, right? I love doodling too, Nanette. I love it. It just quiets my crazy brain sometimes. Let's see. What if we did this? What if we did a big circle, littler, 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 littler? That's kind of cool, right? I know it is very meditative, isn't it? I just find it to be, yeah, I love it too. I do. I do. So you don't have to add detail to everything, but you can if you want, right? I just love those little loop-de-loops. It just kind of adds like just enough. But this one, let's go around. Kind of liking that. Like a ring inside. That's kind of cute. Any place else I could use that? Oh, up here. Well, no, let's do the loop-de-loop there. This one could be loop-de-loop too. Right. So here's another cool one you can do if you're looking for ways to doodly in your flowers or your ovals or whatever. You can just do this. Do like a V down the petal. That's kind of fun. Right? And then that just kind of breaks up the flower just a little bit. You could just do polka dots at the ends of the petals. Kind of digging that. Let's do that one here too. Like a big open loop-de-loop. That's kind of cool. All of that black is just going to make everything pop so pretty. Everybody take a drink. Okay, I'm gonna work on my black a little bit more. Oh, but the other, because what time are we? I'm gonna work on black just a little bit more. Hi, Claudia. How are you? Good morning, Denise. How are you? Be sure to watch this from the beginning so that you can get our whole art journaling lesson that we're working on today. And if you are new here, if you would please follow and like Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you hit that little bell, then you will be notified when I go live. So be sure to do that too. Oh, and then join us on Saturday because we're going to be working on vision boards together. I've never done a vision board, but I've taken many classes and I just never bit the bullet. But I'm really feeling it this year. And like I said, if I say that I'm going to do it for you guys, the community, then I will absolutely do it for me. Do you know what I mean? Kind of forcing my own hand. So you'll need a base, you'll need magazines, scissors, and a glue stick. But you'll also need to do a little bit of homework. You need to Write down your goals and dreams for 2022. Isn't that crazy to say? 2022. And or your one little word, whatever your whatever you kind of want to focus on for 2022, and maybe include like your wildest dreams. Maybe include whatever you want. I mean, there's no judgment. It's whatever anybody wants. Do you know what I mean? Your vision board is yours, right? It doesn't it can be whatever is in your heart. But I thought it might be fun to just have a little vision board session, because Saturday is actually National Vision Board Day, which I thought was kind of fun. So remember, next week we're going to be doing art printable work on Tuesday, and then we're going to be doing some more art journaling on Thursday. And your homework is that you need to paint the cover of your art journal with a solid color. So I'm going to do black, because then I want my artwork to pop. I find black to just be a good base in lots of ways. I mean, look at how the color popped on these, right? Good morning, Vicky. Be sure to watch the video from the beginning, Vicky, so you can art journal along with us. I'm almost done, you guys. Holy smokes. Did I get out the black? No. Okay. I think I got all the black. Right? So now, how am I doing on time? Okay. 2 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to take this white gel pen and I can add some details with that. I'm going to rewrite the word plan, but I want my word to fill my space. Oh, I love that. So and I'm going to do it in all different directions. I'm going to do it, like I said, I want to fill my space. I just want to reiterate it for myself. Okay, so here's what. Do I do it so it goes this way? Or do I do it so it goes this way? That might be kind of fun. Watch. So we could do P, L, A, N. I mean, you get creative with whatever you're doing, right? So we're just going to continue to add some, add details with our white gel pen, our journaling markers, our Sharpies, whatever. So remember, on the other one, we filled in some of the centers of the flowers with black. So I'm kind of feeling like I want to do that. So like these dots, I'm going to fill in black. That might be kind of fun. And invite your friends. If you have friends that want to art journal, invite them to join our pop-in paint parties. Let's do this one black too. So do you see what I mean? Now it's just a matter of filling in as we wish, as we go around. Fill that one in with black. That's so pretty. That up there, that black and that fuchsia. Oh, look how pretty that is. We could do this one. That one's black. These could be black. And remember, you can always go over your Sharpie with your white gel pen. And when you go over your Sharpie with a white gel pen on top of the marker, the color oftentimes will pop up through the Sharpie. I don't know why, it just does it, and I just love it. Sometimes we just have to be happy that it happens. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to know why. Look at this flower right there. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. Like this one, because it's so light, I feel like I want to do a little something like that. Kind of digging that. And maybe we do something like that on top of this black center and make it, do some white dots. Stop it. Let's do the same thing here. Okay, so let me know how you felt about art journaling and, you know, how you're feeling at the end of this session. If you're feeling like it did its job, well, just whatever. Just leave me comments in the comments below, and I will take heed of all of them. See, now I'm feeling like I need to do something to kind of pop that a little bit more, but I just don't know. I just don't know where I want to go with that. So I'm not going to force it, right? Just let it happen. Yes, please post your pages in the Let's Get Artsy group, because that's where you're just going to get lots of kindness. I will just tell you. It's the nicest community. We're just the nicest community. So, I'm going to continue working on mine. I hope you continue to work on yours. I think this one I'm going to write it in cursive. That means that if you hit the zone, then that is bliss, Nancy. That is bliss. And that's our goal. We want to just get to that part. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know where else I want to go with this, but just know that, I hope everybody had a great time. Hi, Karen. Be sure to watch from the very beginning so that you can art journal along with us, and then post what you've created in the Ann Corbiere Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott group. Yes, don't you feel like you can face the day? Yeah, it's just a lovely way to just kind of ease yourself into the day, isn't it? I adore you all. Thank you so much for trusting me with this new addition to our artsy community. Janet, be sure to watch this video from the very beginning so you can art journal along with us. And then please ask to join Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott, that private Facebook group. And whoops, sorry. Little brain. Be sure to ask to join Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott, and then post what you've created in that group. I'm telling you, it's the kindest, most creative group you will come across. We are small but mighty, aren't we? And then if you like what you've done, Ask a friend to join us next week. Like I said, please like and follow Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Some young people have been telling me I need to do some TikTok videos. That's something I would have to learn how to do. But I'm not opposed. Now, you know what? I just saw these. I want to do. Do you see how this can just keep growing and growing and growing? Now I'm seeing this one needs to be filled in. Do you see what I mean? It can just, you don't have to finish it all in one session. Just keep going and going and going and going. I love it. And then once you start something, you can't stop. But that's a good thing, right? I adore you all. Thank you so much. Be sure to come back next Tuesday when we create with my new art printable, Card Candy 2. And then next Thursday when we do some more art journaling. Remember, you need to paint. And our art journal is a composition book for this year. And we need to paint the cover solid color. I'm painting mine black. So, and I think I'm gonna, oh, Nanette, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm going to paint mine now. And then, like I said, there'll be, artwork that I will download to, or upload to the, I don't know that I can upload it to Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs. I have to do it in the private group. So be sure to join the private group so that you can get the cover art. Anyway, go out and make it an amazing Thursday. A tremendous Thursday, one might say. I adore you all. Thanks so much. And make art every day. You'll be so happy. Talk to you soon. Bye.